Hi, this is Gretchen Kaiser, and I'm going to tell you about my trip to Germany. So, I chose Germany because my last name's Kaiser, and obviously I'm German. Um, and also, okay, there's something going on. Okay. So, I chose Germany because I'm German, and my dad's side is full German. So, my Nina talks German to my dad, to me, and I always have to look to my dad to kind of understand it because I only know a couple words. So, the challenges with cultural differences between Americans and Germans is one thing that's really, really disrespectful is putting your hands in your pocket. So in the US, we find it's really rude to sit there with your arms crossed, talking a conversation, especially a formal conversation, because you're just not into it, you know? So that's how they feel in Germany about your hands in your pocket, and it's a big no-no. Another thing is in the US, we find, oh, I can eat all my food. I don't want to seem big or a hog, or I want them to know that I got full. In Germany, you are supposed to eat all your food because if you don't, they find it very rude that you didn't like the food, and their portions are a lot different from Americans. So you're not supposed to eat more than you can, or you're not supposed to take more than you can eat. So the final thing that I found that was really different between Americans and Germans is any conversation, whether it's formal, informal, asking somebody on the street, there's not much joking going on. They find that that's really personal. So it's mainly somebody you've known for a while, you're really close. And in the US, we like to find a common ground to joke about, to enjoy, and that's how we connect in a conversation to go further on. In Germany, they don't do things that way. So if you joke, they're going to be like, I don't want to do business with this person. They're not serious. So I chose Germany because, like I said, I'm German, and learning this stuff really kind of shocked me because I've never really took the time to go back and learn stuff about Germany and how they work, and just how things go in Germany and how they're different. And learning all of this has really just kind of been a shock to me because it's like, that's how I am, you know? So decision making is where they never go with their gut feeling. So in the United States, everyone's like, oh, go with your gut feeling. Your gut always knows best. In Germany, they always, always, always use logic and reasoning for every decision, even if it's like going out to eat. Like, oh, well, I don't really need those carbs, you know. It's always, always logic and reasoning. One other thing is how they communicate. So like I have here, they're always formal. So one huge, huge difference is in the United States, it's kind of just been normalized that a woman can go up to a man and just kind of be flirty and use her body language to talk, flirt with him. Even if he has a wife or a woman with him, they still do it, and they still think that's okay. And even friends of friends will flirt with your significant other, and that's just supposed to kind of be okay. Like flirting is okay in the US. And that's one thing that I really don't like, but I like about Germans because they feel that any type of flirting, body language, anything like that is very, very private, and it should only be used at home with your significant other or behind closed doors on a date. You should not show any type of, what am I looking for? Any type of chemistry between the other person in public. That is very inappropriate. And so that's how I've always been. That's how I've always felt. And then in the US, I'm like, this is driving me crazy. Like, why are people like this? And then I'm like, oh, well, I'm just German at heart. Another thing is civility. So like I said, you eat all of your food, and tipping in the US is normally 15 to 20%, but in Germany, it's almost always 10%. 10% is more than generous in Germany. like I said, they have a different currency than us. So 10% for doorman, your waiter, waitress, cabs, everything like that. When you go to Germany, you're expected to bring a gift to your host or hostess. This is just because it's such a beautiful country and everybody has so much respect for each other that you just need to show your appreciation for them inviting you to their amazing country. Like flowers, chocolates, whatever. And then when you go to dinner, you should not sit until your hostess or host tells you to. In the U.S., we shake hands, make eye contact, sit down. That's not really the case there because they feel that kind of like a control thing, like I invited you here, I should get to tell you, when you can do that. Another thing is there's an old wives' tale that we have in the U.S. about Bloody Mary in the mirror, something like that. And it's just nobody really goes and shuts the lights off and says that. It's just kind of a no-no. So that's kind of what this is in Germany. There's an old wives' tale about taking your nose and, putting it there. It's just really bad luck and not a good idea to do to anybody in Germany. Some weird laws that I found were that it is 5,000 euros to call police Little Hitler and 20 for calling anybody an arse. I wish that the U.S. kind of had laws like this, that you cannot disrespect a policeman or a firefighter or anybody that is there to protect you, because we've obviously had some problems with that in the U.S. recently. A lot of people just disrespecting the law enforcement and the government, and they're put in that position for a reason. And I just feel that disrespecting them in any way should be a fine or some kind of punishment. So some of the market trends, the exports and imports that I found that were kind of similar between the two countries is their main imports and exports are automotive, electrical, and mechanical. So that's kind of what we have here in the U.S. We have a lot of mechanical stuff coming in and out. Germany obviously is known for Toyota, a bunch of different car parts, cars, trucks, SUVs. And then another thing is that the similarities between the two countries is anytime you meet anybody, whether it's somebody on the streets or a business transaction or dinner, you always shake their hand firmly and make eye contact. That's something that you're supposed to do in the U.S. for formal, but it's something you always do in Germany. The last thing is it's very, very rude to go up to a group or somebody and just start marketing yourself and give them your business card and talk about yourself and your business and everything that they need to know about you. It's so rude. Don't ever, ever do it. They're going to look at you like you're crazy and walk away. So in Germany, what you're supposed to do is walk up to a group and just kind of sit and listen and just kind of let people get the feel of you. If it's individual, walk up and just kind of, start the conversation, let them talk to you, and just really listen, let them know that you're there, you're listening, you're engaged in them, and you're not all about yourself. Another thing is you can bring business cards, but don't bring very many because they are very personal, and Germans don't really do business cards unless it's like somebody that you've known for a while and you're going to refer to somebody. But almost always, you write it on your hand, you write it on a napkin, you just kind of remember, you talk about it. You get social media links. That's what you do in Germany. So that's all I have about my trip to Germany. Thank you for listening, and let me know if you choose to go.